Alright, hello and welcome to another episode of the brand new Manchester United Career Mode series. We are going to try and rebuild this club back to where they're meant to be. And so far, we've taken all the leads in the Premier League and we drew against them. I'll take a look at I'll show you the calendar of what the score was. It was a 3-3 draw in the first game of the season at Old Trafford. It was a bit of a heartbreaking one. We got Rashford bag two, and we also had who else scored? It was Bruno, I think, who puts in the lead, and then now goals back for Rongier, Rodrigo, and then a last-minute equaliser from Joe Gelhardt, which sunk us a little bit, to be honest. Broke the hearts a little bit. They did deserve it. They played well. But it was a bit heartbreaking. So what we're going to do today, obviously, is we're going to take on Southampton. But before we get into that, I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of information in the youth academy. I let go of Escobar, I believe his name was, and I've done some position changes for the current players we have in the youth academy. We've got Reggie Stewart, who currently is a left wing back. He'll be transitioning to a centre back because they need to build up the centre backs a bit more. We've also got Rudolph Mali here from Czech Republic. We already know about him. He can play, he's either left back or right back. He primarily plays at the moment as a left back, but he's right footed. So what we're going to do is move him across that right hand side. We've then got Ezra Blake, who's a CDM, but his passing isn't too great and his defending and physical are quite good. So we're going to transition him, of course, to centre back as well. And he should be quite good there. He started as a CDM, so centre mid. And then Abdallah Zouabri, who I don't know how long he'll be staying around for. I'd like to keep these guys on if possible. I'm considering maybe calling up the 16-year-olds and taking them out on loan before the end of the window. We shall see if that comes to fruition, if I change my mind on that. We've got, anyway, Abdullah Zouabri, who starts off as a right winger, but he actually could be quite good in the striker role. Of course, he won't get in ahead of Ronaldo, but we could build him up to a quite good striker, and we'll see how he grows in that position. So that's just some changes I made to the youth academy. I haven't done any development plans, not development plans, what's the other one? Well, it is development plans, position changes as well to the main squad. I think they're probably all okay where they are. But what we are going to do is we're going to go into this game against Southampton. They got a win on their first game of the day, which is a bit of a problem. But something we can overcome. Who did they beat is the question. Who did they take on the first game of the season? I don't remember who they take on. It's based off real life. Everton. It's based off the real life fixtures, of course, but my memory's a blur from the start of the season. But here we are. Late Gelhardt equaliser denies Man United. Manchester United were denied by Joe Gelhardt, whose dramatic late equaliser saw Leeds snatch a 3-3 draw. Have we got anyone in the star performers? Marcus Rashford. He was solid, and he might be one of the key players. Is this essential qualification for Manchester United? For Amitai. A media briefing event ahead of their first game of the season against Leeds United. Manchester United's manager stated very clearly what his team's ambitions should be for the coming campaign. Qualifying for the Champions League is essential if the club is going to be considered up there with the very best. And I think that kind of shows my goals perfectly. I think that kind of tells you what I want to do with this club in the first season. But of course, if you haven't watched the first episode yet, I would advise you to go back and watch that. There is a caveat to this first season. That caveat being that we are not allowed to sign any players. We're allowed to recall players from loan, and I have done that with a few players. I did it with Donny van de Beek. I did it with Anthony Martial, but then I immediately sold him on. That was just to get some funds. I'm considering bringing back a couple of more. I won't do it just yet. There's a couple more I'm thinking of bringing back. I'm going to do this by overall because we're quite a bit easier. There's some high overall players still out on loan, or high potential players I should say still out on loan. Brandon Williams being one of them. He could grow to be quite a good backup and obviously a main player. But we've got Luke Shaw and Alex Tellez for this season. Considering maybe moving one of them on next season and having Brandon Williams hop in as that full-back role. Maybe Twan Zebe coming in as a backup. Of course, we've got Finlay Alexander. That is our youth academy homegrown talent. 17 years of age, 71 overall. Immediately sent him out on loan to Valencia to get him some first-team football because I kind of want to use Alanga this season and see how he grows as part of this team. We've also got Facundo Palestria on loan at Deportivo. And all these 70-rated players, Chong, Laird, Garner, could all come back. I think the rest of them will probably stay on loan for the remainder of the season. But again, the point being, I can call players back if I want to, is my point. That's the only way I can sign people. I can also use the youth academy, but I can't go over here and say, all right, let me see who I want. Let me see who I can get here. I would like I'd like an Mbappe. I think I'm gonna sign Kylian Mbappe. Let's just see if we can sign Kylian Mbappe. We can, of course, because we have the money to do it, and his contract is expiring, so it'll be the best time to do it. But we aren't allowed. For the first season, we're not allowed to sign anyone, and that means January as well. We wanted to see how far we could take this current Manchester United squad and see if we could do better than what we did in real life, which is a demoralising 6th place in real life. So let's see if we can get anything better against Southampton. I'm not going to go on and on and on for ages with all the admin and all that, whereabouts all the players are going to go kind of thing. Just we'll get into it here, and we're actually going to start Donny van de Beek off the bat. Pogba did get an assist game 1, but didn't really do much else. I want to see if Donny can start off well in that role. We're actually going to as well give Harry Maguire a start. Lindelof was solid, don't get me wrong, but I want to see how Harry Maguire can do, and depending on who has the best performance, they'll probably be the starting centre-back. I will probably rotate him for a couple more games just to see who can play the better football, but I don't know. I need to bring Fred on the bench. That was something I was missing last time. We don't need Bailly on the bench. We'll have Fred on the bench. We'll have Lindelof as a backup centre-back. Tellez and Alanga will stay there, I think. But, I'm going to give Tellez a start. I want to see how he can perform. But Wan-Bissaka will push ahead of Dalot. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't really rate Dalot. That being said, he does have good potential. He's only 22 years of age and 78 overall. So maybe we'll slot him in for a game as well. I'm happy to give players chances. And we're actually going to have Fred start ahead of McTominay. McTominay was solid, but I want to see if Fred can do anything in that holding role as well. As for the wingers, I'm going to start Alanga instead of Sancho just for this game. And I think that is it. I don't want to make too many changes. So that will be the team for the Southampton game here at St Mary's. They're playing a 4-4-2. They have Sells in goal, Livramento and Walker Peters as a full-back, Salisu and Bednarek as the centre-backs, Redmond left mid, Armstrong right mid, Wolf and Ward-Prowse the centre midfielders, and then Broya and Armstrong up front. We have got David De Gea in goal, Alex Tellez and Diogo Dalot as the full-backs, Maguire and Varane centre-backs, Fred CDM, Fernandes and Van de Beek, the centre midfield duo. Alanga and Rashford will play wide in this one, the left mid and right midfield roles. And then Cristiano Ronaldo, our striker, our captain, our Lord and Saviour, Cristiano Ronaldo, will play up top for this one once again. And he didn't score in the first game, unfortunately for him, but did get a double of assists, I believe. I think it was 2 assists. I can't remember if it was 2 assists or 1 assist, but it definitely helped Rashford. But hopefully he can get off on the score sheet. I just really want to do this. Right. Let's get into it. Game 2.
Hello and a warm welcome to the South Coast. We find ourselves today at St Mary's Stadium. I'm Derek Ray, and keeping me company here on the commentary gantry is Stuart Robson. And it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It's Southampton up against Manchester United.
Yes, thanks as always, Derek. We've got 2 good teams here, so I'm anticipating a really good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully we're not disappointed.
I'm sure, Stuart, the video analysis will have identified Marcus Rashford as one of the main threats they've got to deal with.
Well, Derek, the brace last time out, but no real surprise that we're focusing on him. It was his movement for me, always active, always trying to find that yard of space, and I expect we'll see the same again today.
And here's how the lineup looks for Southampton.
Well, the 4-4-2 system relies on good combinations all over the pitch. The front two, the central midfield pairing, the fullback and winger, and of course the centre-backs. If you can get these combinations right, you'll have a good team.
And here's the lineup for Manchester United. David De Gea starts in goal. Harry Maguire plays alongside Rafael Varane in central defence. Bruno Fernandes plays with Fred in central midfield. And the focal point in attack today is Cristiano Ronaldo.
All right, we definitely need 3 points.
And the match begins.
We need 3 points in this one. After the first game draw against Leeds, we can't have anything less if we want to get towards that top 4. We should be beating these kind of teams. It's going to be a test when we take on the the big 6, or the big other 5, I guess. We are a part of the big 6. So we need to make sure we can get a result here against Southampton today. A big win would do us wonders. Donny van de Beek. Get involved. Ronaldo. This wasn't meant to go out to Elanga, but it could work anyway. I thought Rashford was going to run the other side. Donny! Oh, Donny van de Beek. What a finish to open proceedings here at St Mary's. And I forgot to change his shirt number.
Well, as you can see, it was a fairly simple finish in the end, but you still have to
Donny van de Beek in the perfect position on the edge of the area, and what a finish. Sells is not stopping that. Ronaldo had to jump over it. It's probably helped that struggled to keep his vision, if I'm being honest. And it's helped Van de Beek score for the first time this season. And hopefully we can keep him around, so we'll see a lot more of that. I think Van de Beek, I don't know how he'll grow in this career, but I want him to be one of the mainstays. I want to use him for the long term, because in my other Manchester United save I've done off screen, I sold him first season. Bruno wins the ball back quite easily, and we could run roughshod here. Elanga may get the space, head of Walker Peters. But an awkward one to sit down.
Nothing comes of it.
Closed down. Tried to knock it back to the edge, but closed down, unfortunately. And now
he's found a pocket
room
of space
for Adam Armstrong here on the left.
Well, not the best clearance.
Varane wins the header and it's away. Bruno trying to get the ball away.
Can they get in behind them? And he's outdone himself.
Game didn't want me to go as Fred there. Tried to get to Fred, but it put me as Varane. Jan Broha gets an effort on goal. And that's actually quite a good save from David De Gea, as has deflected off Varane's boot there. That could have ended up in the back of the net. Could have been 1-1. Just another disclaimer as well while we're here. I'll make it a disclaimer at the start of the next episode. I will be recording these in advance because I'm going away for the weekend, so I'll be recording a few videos in advance. I probably always have a few videos in advance anyway. Situations where I can't do it or where I'm away. Van de Beek gets it out of our area. So if there's anything I say that's outdated in terms of real life, that's why. Van de Beek moving through there, brilliantly defended by Southampton.
Oh, a nice looking pass.
Into the middle perhaps here for Armstrong. It's blocked by Harry Maguire. Redmond trying to take it on. Donny van de Beek. Searching run here, Ronaldo. That was for Rashford. This is going to go to Rashford from Donny van de Beek. In the box is Fred. It's in front of him though by Bednarek.
And the counter-attack is on. Options available.
Why Fred was so far forward, truth be told. He was, and it almost resulted in a goal for the Brazilian. Carlo reads Redmond perfectly, but of course it did catch his hand as he read it. Handballs, by the way, are on just outside of the box, or outside of the box, because if I put handballs on inside the box, there's going to be a ridiculous amount of penalties. And as fun as that would be, I don't know if I can be bothered. If people want it, I will put it on, but I don't think it's really necessary. And of course, if you've got any signing suggestions for Season 2, maybe down the line, Broha heads that wide there. I'm happy to maybe take some suggestions on board for Season 2. It gives you a whole season to think about what we need, what we could get. Obviously, review this performance this season. By the end of the season, we'll know what we need. I know we need a centre-back. I think that's kind of the main thing when we can sign players. Centre-back is probably necessary. Maybe a striker to back up Ronaldo. Of course, we've got Cavani, but I don't think that's a long-term one we can go for. Anthony Olanga. That's an awful cross. I was getting pressured by Kyle Walker-Peters. I wanted to try and get into Ronaldo. Try and get that into Ronaldo, I should say. And it didn't quite come off for the young Swede.
Superb defensive judgment to end the attack.
The bounce has messed me up.
This could be the equaliser.
Harry Maguire uses his strength to get off Armstrong. Plays it off to Tellez. That's brilliant. Maguire is quite good to use in FIFA, honestly. He's just a bit slow. Tellez wins it back. Wasn't initially meant to go there anyway. Ronaldo dropping deep here. Bruno Fernandes into Ronaldo. I want more to Donny. Rashford, is he going to get to that? For his man, put the shot on. The save by Sells. A brilliant play once again by Manchester United, in particular Donny van de Beek, who's really making a case for himself to be starting in this team. And I'm not going to do it always based on rating. I'm going to do it based on performance. So if Donny has a good game here, might get the start. Maguire blocks for a corner.
What about the opportunity from earlier? Let's have another look now, shall we?
Correa's shot going way back. I don't know why they're showing this one. They show the one where David De Gea saved it, if they're going to show anything. Or even better, show Donny's goal in the early minutes of this one. James Ward-Prowse.
Over it comes.
Delivering it in, straight to Fred.
Get it past that first defender.
Gets it away, no nonsense. Marcus Rashford has the pace. Counter here. Takes on his man. Plays it into Cristiano Ronaldo. Counter still on here. Olanga needs to make that run. He's not made it though. I don't know why Olanga isn't making that run. Olanga makes that run, possibly through on the counter. It's an adventurous ball anyway, but it should be Olanga running into that space. And that's a poor bounce there, and it's nearly cost us a goal. David De Gea fuming at his defence here. Who's done this? What was that? Who's involved in the bounce? I think it was Rafa Varane. It bounced awkwardly off him and straight to number 18 there. I believe it's Broha, if I can remember correctly. If it's not, I apologise. But number 18, nearly getting a sheer bit of luck for Southampton. Could have been 1-1 here on the day. Once on the target, Rashford heads it clear. Only as far as Redmond. Nathan Redmond has to take everyone on, but Alex Tellez catches him in the act. Manchester United could bring it away once again. Bruno Fernandes is just about trickled through to Ronaldo despite the interception. I'll drop him deep here. We need to move him a bit further forward. Donny van de Beek has gone, by the way. Ronaldo into van de Beek. Oh, it's a brilliant bit of defending.
Keep their focus as we approach half-time.
Varane just read from Armstrong. Keeping keeping the pass. I don't know who the pass was made by. Armstrong was the target. Varane holding them off so De Gea could gather. And we are off again with the passing manoeuvres. Fred to Donny van de Beek here. Knocks it on to Cristiano Ronaldo. Van de Beek making the run back, but Ward-Prowse dispossesses Cristiano Ronaldo. Or get a look in. Rafa Varane. Just cool and collected defender from the Frenchman. Diogo Dalot now for Manchester United. I'm happy to give everyone a chance at this club, but ultimately, whatever line I decide to go is based on performance, not rating. So, say if Pogba or Donny plays better than Pogba, which he has done this game so far, I will start Donny. Bruno, through to Van de Beek. Is he onside? He is. And it's a second! It's a second goal for Donny van de Beek. He is loving life under Cyrus Amatai. Had some substitute minutes in the first game. I think he was quite creative then, but in this game he's been given the start, and he's shown exactly why he's been given the start. Donny van de Beek in acres of space takes his man on successfully. I believe that's Salisu who he's beaten there, and then Sells beaten at his near post. Donny van de Beek having a worldie of a game here for Manchester United. And it just shows what the young Dutchman can bring to this club.
3 minutes of added time here.
2 minutes of added time before the break here, or 3 minutes I should say of added time, 2 minutes to go. We've been full value for this one, I think. There's a couple of chances Southampton have had, but not all of those have been like stoppable. That could be an awful challenge here. Is that James Ward-Prowse? It's a red card for James Ward-Prowse.
the game for them now.
If
Well, how bad can it
Southampton
get? That sealed their fate for sure.
are the way back into this game, it's
So
now
making
gone
the
out of
substitution
Armstrong
now.
being forced off for Oriel Romeu. They need someone in that midfield spot, but James Ward-Prowse sliding through the back of Cristiano Ronaldo. And before we continue, I want you guys to decide, is this red card worthy, or is it just a booking for James Ward-Prowse here? We're democracy at this club. Let's get it all the way back to the goalkeeper here. Hide this. A pass to Maguire out the back. It's played off to Alex Tellez. In to Fernandez, onto Fred, who picks out Ronaldo. And it's James Ward-Prowse straight through the back. I think that's no debate there. I think even he knew when he made that tackle. It was a stupid tackle. Let's get a bit of a closer look on it. Ronaldo controls the ball here. And we see here, he takes the ball in his stride. Not even close to the ball. Through the back of him, catches a leg. There's absolutely nothing else you can give there but a red card. Cristiano Ronaldo, the victim of that tackle. But now Southampton down to 10 men. Maybe no chance for a goal before the break from Manchester United.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
And honestly, couldn't let it slip now. Ronaldo couldn't get the ball through. And we go into the break with a 2-0 lead and a man advantage.
Well, we're focusing on him for a reason. He's playing.
Donny van der Beek has played it out of his skin today, making all the movement required against those good space. He's playing the ball around like prime Xavi. And of course, the 2 goals as well, helping us get the 2-0 lead heading into the break. And Donny van der Beek might get the full 90 here, I'm not going to lie. What I am going to do though, is I'm going to bring up Bruno Fernandes, not because he's played badly, but just purely because of stamina. 65 to 35 in terms of possession in our favour, 4 shots to 3 in the favour of Southampton. We've had more expected goals, 1.5, they're 1.3, and of course the most telling stat of all on that board was the red card. It may give Bruno and Ronaldo till the 60th minute, but they'll probably be the ones to be replaced in this one, potentially Van der Beek as well. I was going to bring Fernandes off just now, but we'll give him a bit more time. We could probably stretch the hour with him in that midfield. And United kick off the second half with Cristiano Ronaldo here. Rafael Varane out to Diogo Dalot. Again, if this game gets too easy, I will bump it up a little bit. I don't know if I'll bump it up to Legendary, but I'll change the sliders so they get more advantage.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Because Legendary will be a disaster. That was for Van der Beek, and I think the game knew that was for Van der Beek, which is why it gave it away. That doesn't make any sense, I know, but like, you got me. Varane wins the header, easy to read. Van der Beek out to Rashford. He's been quite quiet compared to what his performance the first game. Van der Beek back into awful pass. The first poor part of the game there, Donny van der Beek. Tries to get back to Rashford with Per. Okay, off for Liverpool. I think we read that last game, of course. On August the 31st, we'll take a look at the biggest chance of the window. Ball across, was stopped by Varane. Southampton maybe a man down, but they're still full of fight in this one. Surely playing for a point at this point. They can't go for the 3, I don't think. Especially with the man down. And especially the man that got sent off being James Ward-Prowse. The highest rated player, I believe, at Saints in Season 1. Unless they've signed anyone else. Armstrong to take the corner for the hosts here. Rashford runs the header, gets it clear. They try and follow up on it as well. It's gone as far as Redmond. Armstrong on side, here he is. It's into the middle, Wolf the target, Maguire gets it gone, and Donny van der Beek, not the paciest, needs Rashford to start making this run. If he does, will it's down the pitch? It will. Marcus Rashford. Puts Fred in the middle. Ronaldo. Back to Fred. In the space, that was not for Ronaldo. Elanga. Brilliant save by Sells. I'm not sure if Elanga was offside, if he got himself back on. I think we will bring on Paul Pogba now for Bruno Fernandes. Just to keep it ship-shape in the middle, just to keep the fitness up. A lot of games in this season. I don't know when our first cup game will be, but that surely is on the horizon. Paul Pogba to deliver to Cristiano Ronaldo. Not got enough on it, and it's an easy save from Sells. No, Southampton looking to counter it. Elanga wins the header. Stella is not rushing it.
Just a quick reminder, we'll
Alanga,
have action from the Carabao
Pogba,
Cup coming up
Ronaldo,
live here on EA TV. It's
Fred,
Southampton facing
back into
Swansea
Ronaldo.
City.
Well, it's great
Donny
to have a
runs
break.
through again.
Good finish here,
Is it going to be a hat-trick for
And
Donny
his
van der
eyes
Beek?
lit up
No, it's
in
an awful shot on his
anticipation
left
of his
foot.
third goal of the game.
He takes it
Well,
on
the
his
way
right
he's finished
foot until he
today,
gets
that
his
was a
hat-trick.
decent
But Donny van
chance,
der Beek,
but
he's
you
had a
just
wonderful
sense the hat-trick
game.
is coming.
But that shot was not very good at all. Dutchman unable to give us a 3-goal gap in this one. But the build-up play is there. This team is fun to use. This challenge is fun to do. We may need to bump up the difficulty a little bit, but we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. We're only second game in. What we are going to do as well is bring off the main man himself up front, Cristiano Ronaldo, give Edison Cavani a little bit of a run out at the top. Donny van der Beek, that's a brilliant ball to Marcus Rashford. Back in that gap to Van der Beek. He is on fire today. Forces another save out the Southampton, well now the Southampton captain. Sells in at the back of the net. And what we're going to do is bring on Cavani here. And I'm considering strengthening up that midfield and bring on McTominay for Van der Beek. And then move Fred where Van der Beek is. But I think we'll leave that for now. Maybe a later substitution. I'm really enjoying Van der Beek in this match. And Van der Beek has been playing wonderful. But the captain, that Cristiano Ronaldo, still yet to score in the Premier League. It's a bit concerning, but we're only 2 games in, so it's not really a complete and utter worry. I don't know who will get the armband now. Probably Maguire. Edison Cavani making his way on the pitch. Varane the target. Headed away. Only as far as Fred. Who gets it to Maguire. Who's lost the ball. Try and keep up with Nathan Redmond. Good luck to him with that one. He's done brilliantly though. I'll give him that. Rashford into Cavani. Turns his man. Can take the shot on for 3-0. Sells with another save.
That's a really top-class save.
And he has to be a contender for the Southampton man of the match in this one. The fact is that it should be more than 2-0 here in this one to Manchester United. And it is only 2-0. Cyrus Amatai will be looking for that 3rd goal just to seal proceedings. Corner by Pogba. Cavani's move, so it's not going to go to Varane. I think it might be another corner.
That came off the defender, so it'll be a corner.
What we're going to do, I think actually this one is play it short. The balls in the box don't seem to work. Paul Pogba once again on this corner. We're going to call for a second player to come in close, and it is Donny who will make that close run. And he'll knock it in. Towards Cavani. Oh, what a strategy. Edison Cavani coming off the bench. El Masador making it 3-0. Scoring this season before Cristiano Ronaldo. If you'd put a bet on that at the start of the season, I would have called you an outright straight up liar. But Manchester United, and in particular Donny van der Beek, having a brilliant performance today. He's got 2 goals and now an assist for the Flying Dutchman and Edison Cavani. It went above Salisu, who just missed out on the jump, and Cavani was waiting there. Predatory instinct from a very, very good veteran striker. And Cavani makes it 3-0 on the night here at St Mary's, and it's not really surprising at this point. Donny van der Beek, we've owned this match. I wouldn't say we were in control before the red card, but ever since the red card, it's looked unstoppable. Cavani put a pass. Didn't really want the pass to go like that, to be fair. Off the pitch, I don't know if there was a foul there in the offing. Substitution for Southampton, Redmond or El Yunusi. I'm still considering whether to bring Donny van der Beek off now. He's had a worldie of a performance, I don't want anything to hamper that. I'd also like to keep his stamina. What's his stamina looking like? Oh, he's actually got plenty. Van der Beek's fine for the full 90. Fred. I'm happy to give Fred the full 90 as well, just to see what he's able to do, and he's been very strong at CDM role. Better than McTominay so far, in my opinion. Rashford. Van der Beek. Back to Rashford. Van der Beek on the edge. For his hat-trick. It's just wide. He's really been on for it today. It's just this final finish to get the hat-trick. I'm not trying to get the hat-trick with him. I'm not trying to do that thing where you try and score as many goals as one player as you can. Because I do that a lot with a lot of players. This is just because Van der Beek was in the best space. I was considering putting it on the head of Cavani again, but it was marked and Van der Beek was free on the edge. Fred wins that header. No, he doesn't. Wolf wins it. It was in front of Fred anyway, to be fair. It makes a bit more sense. It's through. It's offside by Romeo. I actually wasn't sure, you know. I thought Maguire may have stepped up position. No, he was. Maguire was out of position, to be fair, but no, it's good. They're defending there as well. Get Romeo offside, and Southampton may feel a bit hard done by, but the red card was justified. And we've honestly been full value for the performance today, so I'm not even caring too much. Paul Pogba, Van de Beek, Cavani.
Can he take the chance? Oh, crucial
Trying to knock it back in. I wanted to hit a shot on, but with Sells having the decent game in goal despite conceding 3, I didn't know if it would go in at that near post. Van de Beek, Cavani. Try to get it off. I think we try to get. I wanted to try and get it off to Alanga there, but not to be. I was considering actually bringing up Alanga for Sancho. Alanga hasn't provided much today, if I'm being honest, but he hasn't really needed to. Other players have shone instead, and of course we will give Alanga a good amount of game time. Good young players. Southampton fans calling for penalty there. Of course, it was the cleanest tackle in the world from Raphael Varane, but I think Southampton just try to get anything out of this match now. I thought Rashford was going to make the. Why didn't Rashford make the run there? He's been so off colour compared to his first game of the season. It's another offside again. This time against the winger. I'm not sure who that is. I'm not going to bring off Rashford for McTominay, am I? Use your brain. I am going to give Sancho a couple minutes though, because Rashford hasn't been brilliant today. I think that'll be our final substitution.
United will switch things around personnel-wise.
And I can't lie, we've been full value for this today. We've been wonderful. We've been the United that we're striving for maybe 2 seasons down the line. That's what we've performed like today. With this team, imagine what it would be like with a good team. I can't say they're a bad team, to be fair. Dalot on to Van de Beek. Pogba now with the ball, the Frenchman. Should I pick out Sancho here, I believe. It wasn't the greatest passes, but Sancho could make something out of nothing here, potentially. Van de Beek looking to run in. Try to knock it one more into that little space to Cavani. Maybe should have taken the shot on there. But Cavani looked like he was in a good amount of space. Dalot, miles out of position here. El Yunusi and Akers. It's in the box. Livramento. Broha can't. Oh, he nearly couldn't control it there. I thought he'd messed it up. A good save from Derek near post. It was an awful bit of control. A difficult bit of control by Armando Broha. Sorry for the audio issues. We're nearly at the end of the episode. I knew this would happen at some point. Armstrong on the corner. We have to have a good game here. Hampered by some audio issues. I'm getting a new. Oh, Maguire, good header. I'm getting a new headset. I've ordered it and it should be here soon. So, fingers crossed that the audio problems will be fixed. That was an awful. Well, it wasn't an awful anything. It was just a stupid decision to shoot by Broha there. He could have created something instead. And yeah, the audio problems are a pain in the ass. I'm sorry. But we are nearly the end of the episode. Nothing much I can do about it. There's only a couple of minutes left. Cavani. Try to counter who doesn't have the pace. To be quite honest. So really, does he? Sancho does though. Oh, lost out to Livramento. Ball across to Armstrong. Oh, I thought it was going to be a wonder goal and a consolation for Southampton, but not to be. I don't know, I don't understand. There's no reason for it to be crackling like this, the audio. It's a consistent problem in the column with career mode, which is why I kind of stopped doing them as much. Stopped doing them altogether. It's usually about half an hour in. It's something to do with the game itself and something to do with the streaming itself. It's nothing to do with a headset, but I'm going to get a new headset and hopefully it might cancel it a bit more, but I don't know really what I'm meant to do. What I am going to do though is win 3-0 in this game against Southampton. And Van de Beek is going to get man of the match, surely. I apologise if the audio issues hurt your ears. We're very close to ending this episode now though. We'll wrap it up and we'll get into the next episode. I'm probably going to record these back to back, but of course it's going to be daily uploads. So this, I'm recording on Monday, it'll be uploaded on Tuesday. Of course I'm recording episode 3 on Monday as well, it'll be uploaded on Wednesday. It's not difficult to work out daily, I suppose.
His movement was dynamic and he scored a couple of goals. What a player he is.
Donny van de Beek with a double today. World-class performance of him. Of course, he assisted the Cavani goal as well to seal the deal.
Chance
And the red card definitely didn't help Southampton, especially as it was James Ward-Prowse receiving that sending off. Take a look at the stats. It was fully deserved on the day. 65 to 35 in terms of possession, 9 shots to 6, and 4.4 expected goals for 1.8. Taking a look at the ratings then, man of the match, I think you know who it is. It's a flying Dutchman himself, Donny van de Beek with a 10 rating, world class in the midfield, and definitely earning himself a start, I think, against the next team who I've forgotten. I think it might be Newcastle. Bruno Fernandes with 2 assists, 7.7. The only reason I subbed him off is because he was tired. David De Gea, strong performance between the sticks as well. Cavani with the other goal and a 7.4. As for Southampton, didn't score on the day, didn't assist on the day. Their best player, I'll probably have to agree, either that or Sells, who put in some good saves. Obviously didn't quite get a clean sheet, but put in some good saves. Armando Broja, man of the match for Southampton, if you could pick one. We'll go into the post-match interview, full of energy and full of life. Again, I'm really sorry for this audio. I don't know why it does it.
Just got a couple of questions for you
I've got
regarding the match.
a feeling that I do know why it does it, but there's nothing I can do to fix it. Sorry, Simon Ty doing the post-match conference here. We brought back Donny van de Beek on loan. He's had a stunning performance. Of course he did. He's Donny van de Beek. He just needs a chance to show it. Couldn't have asked for more from Donny van de Beek today. He was brilliant. 2 goals, and his passing was brilliant. Maybe a couple of little mistakes towards the end, but the assist for Cavani as well. And we absolutely outclassed Southampton today. We dominated the game. No word of a lie, it was absolute domination. It's a very impressive win. I'm sure you're happy with the 3-0 scoreline. It was definitely a good win. How satisfied were we? Good win in the end. Were you pleased with the performance? The performance sets the standard for the whole team, definitely. The defence was strong today. A couple of little mistakes led to them get some opportunities, but De Gea was equal to them on this occasion. Maguire, I would probably start with Lindelof at the moment, but I am going to keep switching them just to see what I prefer. Varane will definitely be starting. That's just a given. We're top for now, but of course, all the other teams yet to play their second games of this season, and it is now an unlikely team who probably occupy first place. Burnley at the top of the table. Phil Jones loan offer. Why would you take him on loan? No. We'll negotiate it. I want him gone on the permanent. All the respect in the world to Phil Jones, but I want him gone on the permanent. Oh, can I not? Okay, why not? We want 50-50 on the wages. I wanted to do a permanent deal there. I don't know how you negotiate a permanent deal. I think you can't when it's a loan deal. But Phil Jones can have a season out at Nice then, I suppose, if it goes through. Any other business to attend to before we get to? It's Wolves next, not Newcastle. I apologise. Harry Maguire. Offer from Arsenal. If I wasn't doing this thing where I can't sell anyone, I'd maybe consider it. But because we can't sell anyone for season 1, we're going to block offers for Harry Maguire for season 1. We're going to keep Maguire, Lindelof and Varane, I think, around Bailly. I'm more than welcome to listen to offers, but I want it to be a good offer. Phil Jones is out for the season in Ligue 1 at Nice, and West Ham has been moved from 19th to the 18th of September, which suggests to me there's a cup game. Players on international duty. We'll have some players going out, which may impact the squad a little bit. Now, I don't know who they'll be. We'll take a look when we get to the Wolves game. Some teams have played their third games. We haven't. Jadon Sancho for England, Dean Henderson for England, Raphael Varane for France, Paul Pogba for France, and Donny van de Beek for the Netherlands. We've got a player chat as well. I've been playing pretty well lately. I'm feeling really good. I hope that means I just won't be on the bench to game against Wolves. Of course not. You will be in that starting area, in my opinion, anyway. No, calendar. I want to see this cup games against. I know the audio is persisting to be bad, but I will wrap it up soon. What? Surely that's not the Carabao Cup. Give me a second, guys. I know the audio is persisting to be bad. There's nothing I can do about it. But I want to check this out. What the fuck is this? Look at some of the teams we could have got. We could have got Plymouth Argyle. Could have got MK Dons. Could have got Rotherham. Could have got Millwall. Could have got any of the Championship teams as well, yeah. Like Millwall. Fleetwood. Swindon. Salford. Luton. We get Manchester City in the third round of the Carabao Cup. I can't believe this. I just can't believe it. Right. I'm going to wrap it up before the audio annoys me and you guys anymore. We'll see you next time when we go against Wolves. Top of the table. Some teams have played 3 games, of course. Top of the table currently is Arsenal on 7 points. Aston Villa, Burnley and Leicester complete the top 4 at the moment. As you read down in the relegation zone at the moment, Spurs, Leeds and Liverpool, who have lost 3 on the bounce. Who are their second? Who are their second game? I know they'd lost to Chelsea. I just saw it there. They lost to Burnley. What is going on at Liverpool? We'll check that out when we get into the next episode. But I hope you guys have enjoyed episode 2. I apologise for the audio issues there at the end of the game. But we do get a very comfortable win against... Who was it against? Southampton. Memory, come on. Look up. And I'll see you next time when we take on Wolves at the Molineux. Before we do it though, I am going to save it. In fact, even before I save it, because I'll forget, I know I'm dragging this out here. I think the audio seems to actually sort itself out, which is good. It usually seems to do that for about 10 minutes or so. And then it just seems to straighten out. I don't know what's up with it. But anyway, we've got Donny van de Beek here. And he is going. No, I'm just kidding. He's getting number 34 back. Who's number 34 currently? Nobody. Why isn't he number 34 then? But anyway, he has that special something. And he's proven that special something so far this season. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this over and we're going to end it there for episode 2. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Brilliant performance against Southampton. Carabao Cup tie against Man City on the horizon. I can't believe we've got Man City in the third round. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. See you next time when we take on Wolves.